Smoking kills.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it. Smoke. What's up?
That's a new heat for him.
Hey, man.
What's up? That's what I'm talking about. Let them know something, man. That's
New
what I'm
heat
talking
for
about,
him.
man.
It was nice. I had a little bit of bottom of the map up
Thank
in
you,
there,
thank you.
man.
You know what
I'm like, all
saying?
right.
I felt that, man. Listen. I'm Brother Chaos.
It's right.
What's the deal? Is he?
We got a few beautiful queens in the building with us today.
Hello. Hola.
Y'all can introduce
Got to be close
yourselves.
to the mic.
That's good.
You can hear yourself?
Hello.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, yeah. Well, I'm Mom Dukes, Tyra Johnson.
Well, I'm Zaria, the bigger sister. They can't even see me.
Girl talk.
Don't matter. I'm Sanaa, the little sister.
Yeah.
All right, and we got the family in the building today, man.
How everybody feeling today?
Oh, man.
Good.
Feeling good. Feeling
Pretty
good.
That's great.
Welcome to the Black Regalia podcast.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Thanks for bringing us out.
Y'all,
Thank you for
sweet for
coming.
coming out here, man. That's dope. This is lit, man.
Should have been came out. Should have been came
You say
out.
it's overdue.
It is.
It's overdue. Okay. You should have been here in the house days. We could have been
I
on
should've
some
been,
vibes we were
yeah.
supposed to be on, but it's cool. This happened how it was supposed to happen, right?
Organically.
All right. So, how y'all week been, man? Talk to me. Talk black to me. Shout out to Red and them. I got that from them. That shit's sweet.
It been pretty. It been pretty cool for real. This was a pretty good week. It
chill.
kind of flowed, went all the way. Kind of flowed the way it's supposed to.
Word.
Yeah.
Facts.
Good vibes this week.
Good vibes.
Trying, man.
Beautiful.
Sun came out to see us today, though. You know, we here
The
with it.
sun did pop out.
Finally.
The sun has been popping out, like
Yeah,
inching its
man.
way out. Like, hey, they got minutes.
Showing his ass.
Yay. Yeah, I'm
We
finna
gotta
get into
get
that
that.
garden vibe.
Yes, sir.
Seriously.
About that time, I done talked to Duke, so she already know I'm going to break her grass up. I'm breaking
Oh, yeah.
It's over.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Him, that means that'll come hook me up.
Yeah.
You're
not excluded.
You get a garden. Every garden. You get a garden. You get a garden.
Everyone gets a garden.
Fresh
You know.
vibe.
That full moon was crazy. Did anybody
Was that
Oh,
yesterday?
yeah. I peeped
pay
that.
attention to the pink full moon?
That was
It was
yesterday?
pink?
Yeah, it was pink.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh.
I
At
didn't.
I didn't see that.
12:47 on Thursday. I want to
You
say.
got it down pat. Exactly when, huh?
Yeah, you can time these things.
I didn't see it on Thursday. I thought it kind of seemed like a full moon yesterday, but I didn't see the pink though. That's
No,
different.
seriously.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a pink full moon in Libra. It came through doing all types of dances.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That was a vibe.
Why was it pink though? Like, what made it pink?
Space stuff. For lack of not dragging that conversation out.
It's a whole bunch of space stuff.
A whole bunch of shit. I don't know.
Good way to
Less
start.
movements of planetary bodies. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Certain alignments happened and show it up that way.
And here we are.
There
Full
we go.
moon didn't do me bad, though. I don't know
Word.
about y'all. I was smoking.
Oh, so the nights that it happened, it was Thursday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you was emotionally feeling like Thursday and Friday had a lot to do with the moon.
I probably. Yeah, no, I was.
And then right after that, it went into Scorpio, which rules like aggression and lower chakra.
Oh, that would explain
that
a lot.
makes sense. Yeah.
That would
Right?
be yesterday.
Yeah, right after that.
They
Yeah.
took y'all on some rides.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
A lot of shit makes sense now.
Word.
In the house, mad at the world for no
Definitely
reason.
feel some kind of way.
That's
No
crazy.
reason. I'm sick of that.
I had to go to my uncle memorial yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Sorry to hear that.
I know, I appreciate that.
Peace
Sorry.
to Unc, man.
Facts.
May he rest in power.
But outside of that, though, I was chilling. I was just tired.
Word.
Tired.
I ain't really been sleeping like that, y'all.
For real?
Nah,
Oh, no,
I've
that's
been
me
up.
too. Was up till like 4 o'clock last night, just thinking.
Well, I go to sleep at like 11, 12,
Mm.
and then I pop back up at like 2. And then I'm up till about 11, 12 again.
That sounded
Yeah,
about
take a
right.
little
I used to
nap.
do that.
Yeah, I take like little naps and shit.
In between, yeah.
I might take a nap in the daytime too if I eat good enough. Like I got some food in the car by Mad Creatives on Instagram,
Mm.
who cooks vegan food at like one of the highest levels I've seen it done.
Oh.
What specifically do you have?
I got some soul food today. She cooked some soul food out of vegan stuff today.
Ooh.
It's got chicken in there and mac and some greens, I believe, and sea moss muffin. Oh my goodness. Listen, let
moss
me
muffin.
tell you. The
Like,
sea
you must
moss.
get chicken.
Well, it's mushroom chicken. Don't ever think I'm eating no chicken.
I know. That's why I said you lost.
I
me.
don't need animals.
condone
but it's crazy. That sea moss muffin is.
So
Something
you have to die
different.
for?
Shout out to Mag, man.
Some exquisite stuff right there.
Last thing in my week though, I had a kung fu seminar this weekend that was going on, and it was some high quality stuff there that I really wish I could have got to, but I have an injury from yoga, so
That sucks.
yeah, that was the only downer though. But it's cool though because I did other things with my time.
Cool beans.
Good, good.
Definitely.
But y'all week was straight though.
Man, good
Pretty
week,
much.
good week,
That was
good
good.
vibe.
Pretty
Cool,
good.
man.
Nice
Bought
little
that bike
smooth
out.
week.
Mine is always a struggle.
What?
Just work stuff. Just
Those jobs. We're gonna talk a lot about that today.
Nah, I ain't had no issues at the job this week.
Okay,
They blessed me
that's
with a little
good.
Peace of mind.
That's good. Y'all getting that falling dollar.
Yeah.
I got some falling
know,
dollar this week
still.
too. I ain't gonna lie.
I was just about to say, I just seen something on Facebook. They was I just seen something on Facebook. They was talking about that too. They was saying how the Fed Now service is kind of yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, because I definitely want to talk about that. Yeah, the owner of Cash App
They killed that
They
man.
killed him.
murdered.
Yep. And then announced it the next day.
Then announced Fed Now the next day, which isn't a coincidence. I just want to let everybody know that that's not no coincidence.
They killed
That's-
that man,
That's
man.
weird. Like,
No,
At
really?
yeah,
this
he got
point,
stabbed.
people shouldn't believe in coincidence.
Yeah, like he got stabbed in an alley. A billionaire.
In San
Got-
Francisco.
A billionaire in
Alley.
San Francisco.
In San Francisco, he got stabbed
in an
up.
alley. That just doesn't. Something about
It's
that
just
doesn't-
like,
Don't
what?
sit right.
Who do they
to
think
take
we
him
think
out.
we are?
They think. Well, I won't say they think we stupid because a lot of people is kind
Still
of.
stupid. You feel me? A lot of people ain't still stupid.
Yeah.
People more aware nowadays.
And then they
High
unveiled
vibrational.
the
Yeah.
Fed Now. The Federal Reserve unveiled the Fed Now system, which is supposed to kind of replace that or like money or currency.
Ain't they like
But they
trying to
said
make
they said it's actually supposed to roll out in July. Like I think this is like
So,
Like this is happening.
something that's about to happen. Like
so they're replacing Cash App.
Essentially.
I think that, and I heard they're trying to remove cash.
cash just period?
I
Like
agree.
it's about to be
Yeah.
digital
Yeah.
currency now. Like we're not about to have like actual
Yeah, they about
money.
to stop. They about to stop
in-
printing
now.
money.
Yeah, and that's what I meant by the falling dollar we earning. The dollar
right.
amount is changing. You ain't hip? Okay. Okay, well, you gotta check out what we did like two episodes ago.
And then
Yeah, we
they
put y'all down.
Okay.
and I seen it was on Facebook. This lady was talking about. I was trying to tell y'all like. She was like, it's funny how they try to give out money when money really ain't about to mean nothing no more. We were just talking about this. Like, now it don't matter. Like, somebody was like, I stopped playing the lottery because I'm starting to realize, like, currency don't even matter. So it's like, even if I win the lottery, y'all gonna give me some money that don't mean nothing no more.
Okay, so essentially they take away the dollar and everything goes digital. Is that equivalent to the dollar?
No.
Like, how does that work?
No, digital currency translates to more. But because it spends at a higher rate because it's a different type of currency.
Mm-hmm.
So like crypto. When you would buy crypto, as far as I can remember back, at first you would buy it for like $1 and get like 50,000 or something. Like it'd be some crazy shit, or 23,000 or some shit like that. Like, but that was early in it. But now that Bitcoin is going public and it's worth more than this, and accredited companies got investors and all of that type of shit, they went public. You know what I'm saying? Now that they did that, you know, it's obviously a different kind of exchange. But I haven't necessarily exchanged the money yet to know the exact translations.
It's
So
crazy.
essentially, it sounds like it's worth less.
The money?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dollar is over with.
Yeah, it's over with for the dollar.
They you know, they talked about the BRIC nations. You know what those are? The BRIC nations are Brazil, Russia, India, and China.
Okay.
They making deals with each other and stepping away from using the American dollar, so the value is going down of the currency. And so we was definitely talking about that last week and all the good things that could come from it and all of that and whatnot. But what were you saying?
Like how they just like trying to usher it in and usher other things out. And how it just like magically lined up was just like crazy.
It's like some New World Order shit.
Yeah, like it's like real crazy. Then I had seen something about China, and I got quite a few things about China out here this week. I ain't gonna lie. Like first, I can start it off with the Chinese. I think it's pronounced Chinese yuan, YUAN.
They currency.
Yeah, it's their currency. It's now the most traded currency in Russia since they ditched the U.S. dollar, and they've committed to investing $39 billion into Malaysia to reduce dependency on the U.S. dollar.
Yes, sir.
So
it's happening quick.
China
moving.
wrapping this shit up.
It's happening quick. This is the quantum year. They doing this shit quick.
They figured this out back during COVID when they first shut it down. They was like, so bet we got the money figured out. This is how we gonna gather them up.
This is back when we was telling niggas to watch that World Economic Forum meeting. All this type of shit be getting talked about. They planned it. They made up. They planned it. You know how I go at this point. So it's like, you know, there are things we can do about it. There are ways to survive. It's not the end of the world. It's fine.
What did Cash App do with people at, man? What his lawyer?
That's my question. Like, what do y'all think like happens to Cash App from this point? Like, what?
They about to take
what's their next move? Like,
it's probably done.
It's raps.
Damn.
I think
They gonna sell out.
they just gonna transform it into like they're gonna try to compete with Fed now, but I don't know how that's gonna work.
Fed's gonna still lay hold.
Yeah, I don't really know how it's gonna work, but I think they're gonna try to compete.
I would have to actually see like people leave Cash App to believe that. Like, I don't think Fed not really even stand a chance. Niggas don't like the government.
think niggas gonna leave Cash App though. I don't think that.
Why would I? You killed the CEO. You didn't destroy the company. Like,
Didn't take the app away.
what the app work? I just used it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas, some people don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I was one of those people. I didn't know.
And if you would have sent some cash, your life wouldn't have changed.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference. You would have never knew. Like, you would have never.
Like, you just gotta.
Same old.
They just stirring the pot for real. I think they just causing a lot of confusion and a lot of distractions.
They
and a
scared
Yeah,
lot
for
of,
real.
They scaring
You
everybody.
know what I'm saying? Pushing a lot of fear mongering.
When the government starts getting involved in financial transactions, you start looking at things like, okay, how much money is coming in? Where is this money coming from? How much do we tax it? I know even like with businesses, there's a certain, I don't know all the stipulations behind it, but they have to account, for those dollars. So if that goes away and it transfers over to what is Fed now?
Yeah,
I mean, we still have Venmo?
we still got a lot of different.
But you got to issue 1099Ks for them too. So they supposed to be able to tax you on them transactions.
Yeah.
That's already implemented.
Mm-hmm.
So by them getting involved with this Cash App stuff, you can,
Yeah, that
like
kinda-
you was just saying, they probably about to tax us on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're gonna take over Cash App algorithm.
And I heard, like, I won't say I had read a minute ago. They was like, really, they just trying to do that more so just so they can kind of track everything too. Like now it's nothing can be untaxable now. It's like
Exactly.
everything that you do, spend, get, or whatever is now taxable.
They
So
gonna
they know
tax
exactly where everything you putting is going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. That is the unfortunate thing about digital. Like everything going digital. While it may be convenient, it's like
They gonna know like where
tracks.
all of your
it's gonna
stuff is
track
going.
everything. So all of the little loops and walking arounds you might thought you had, you kind of
Gifts.
Yeah, it's a little bit over.
Man, you gotta be cautious how you send them them payments now.
Yep.
You gotta say what it's for.
I'm about to say,
Oh, I
pay-
always do that. When I send y'all money, loan.
Yeah, we know.
For real. Uber, Lyft, food, whatever.
Use it to your advantage, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Should be fire.
You got extra tax coming down $1, man.
yeah.
I mean, so I mean, I don't care. I think it's cool. Like I was saying the other episode, it's just time to transfer currencies.
Right.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
true.
I'm spending yen if that's what it is, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
With
know.
the fall of Wave 2 and original Wave 3, you can do what you want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? The wall's coming down. It don't mean we fucked. It mean we can finally,
It means shit
do
can
whatever
change.
we want to do.
It's just an adjustment.
You know what I'm saying?
It is just an adjustment. I just think a
But
lot
we
of people aren't ready.
We used to adjusting a lot of stuff, though. We adjust to stuff all the time. We adjusted to COVID. Who thought, people would adjust to that?
You know what? I always think black folk will be just fine because the shit we do under pressure is like crazy
Facts.
in retrospect. You know, when you think about it, and
People
past and all
figure
that.
it out. Like niggas always kind of have a way of
Not only figure it out, thrive, create shit in it, do shit in it, move, create industries. We did the whole hip hop shit out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like
So yeah, it's
we be
possible.
fooling.
Yeah.
We be fooling on this little blue ball.
Blue
The
sphere.
ball we call Earth.
This place we call home. I
You know what I'm
guess.
saying? The crib. Just be in the crib with our feet up,
Man.
doing shit.
Pick feet up, chilling.
Especially over there, I had seen something else about the economy, and it kind of broke down another layer of things, everything being a business, right?
Right.
I had seen a post that said Chinese colleges are giving students a week off to fall in love because of descending birth rates. And somebody had made the statement that just shows you that relationships are businesses. And I was like, you right. They do look at relationships as businesses. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. You gave that's kind of crazy once you really
They
think
give
about
you a week.
that. Yes, a week. But I'm
That's
saying,
crazy,
why is
though.
that even necessary?
Right.
That's
Ball
not
head in the
organic.
wrong spot.
But whether the time is relevant or not, look at what they're doing in order to have children.
Right.
Implemented in school.
Like that's what the government pushing to have children. We will give you a week off of work, mandatory, a week off
To go do what you
Go
gotta
make
do.
some babies.
to go,
Have kids.
fall in love and get the birth rates
Right.
up. So we understand y'all niggas working. We need some more people.
But take
Is that
the love,
not human
take,
minding?
Take
That
the
is a
love
business.
out of it.
Is that
Take-
not human
take
minding?
the love out of it because it ain't no love in that. There's no love in that.
These niggas is trying to get them to harvest
They don't
humans.
actually care if it's real love or not. They want bodies in there.
Exactly.
I'm trying to harvest a human.
So while they're trying to, force people to procreate, are they lowering the
Hell no. They not
Ain't
getting
gonna
more.
do about
They
that.
need
Ain't
more
gonna
money.
do
Hell no.
I feel like it's
you're
about
not
that
giving
bottom line.
any extra dollars so you can go have these babies? If I can't afford to have a baby, I don't need the week off.
Take your ass back to work. It's only a week. Make
Hey,
the
you
baby
make it
and
work.
go
what
back
I'm
to work.
saying is everybody is still not necessarily in a financial position
Uh,
to take care of
They
a
don't.
kid.
They don't care.
You said this was China, brother?
Yeah. They don't care.
They
what
good.
happened to the people who couldn't do it in the week?
Trust me, they good. Ain't no, it ain't too much probably.
Might be some
over there.
repercussions.
For real.
It ain't too much probably. Over there. They all right. They're fine. Trust me. They just put them people in them little what they
Little
call them,
cubicles
mini
now.
cities. For real, they put them people. They got I think they got a city of 2 million in an apartment, but it's like a
I think I
tall
see-
ass,
it's a
big ass apartment.
building
No.
Try
Yeah, and
it.
they
2
all
million
living,
people?
and they all like living
in there.
with each other.
It's like a project.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
But
sounds
it's
like.
just,
That's what it sounds
but
like.
it's just
Big ass-
linear.
it's
It's
just
like
a
a
big
door.
ass
It's like
project.
that door, but it's full of people. in apartments.
Vegas style.
Lined, and it's like they,
Yeah, type
they
shit,
don't
like
even
some
look that
Vegas type
big.
shit.
They
but
look
it's-
like they stack like that.
yeah, like they
sounds
literally
like
on top of each other.
One of those buildings that I watch in one of those
The movies.
zombie movies.
Yeah, probably something
Probably
like
what it
that.
Like a
like-
dystopian future movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's where they pushing it. At least all them sci-fi
Yes.
movies.
That is true.
That's crazy.
Is they still only allowed to have one kid?
No, they can. I just told you they want some more.
I don't even know.
I don't know if
that's
they
still in
changed
place
that
with
or
them
not.
saying that though. With them saying that, that's probably not true no more. It did used to be true though. They did used to say they only had one child, but
One child.
their birth rate's going down. And I ain't gonna lie, it's
Everybody birth rate's going down except ours.
something I've seen. They said like the dating market over there, because I do look at the dating markets in every other like culture.
Right.
They dating markets messed up too, because a lot of Asian women really don't want Asian men like that for whatever.
I wonder
reason.
why.
This is
Do that.
crazy.
which is crazy. So it's just, I don't know. It's a lot going on right now. It's a whole lot going on.
So that is your world financial
Hey, look,
report.
How'd you getting fired because you couldn't find nobody in the week?
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
That's tough.
That
So you
means
didn't get nobody.
You need to backtrack
We gotta let you go. We
about this little black book.
Either
gotta
that,
This ain't
let you
gonna
go.
or
work.
you
You
gonna try
gotta.
again.
We gotta let you go. Come back when you got something. Like, damn, son, what's that about?
I got another
Sick.
question for y'all too.
Throw me another one, man.
How y'all feel about? And this is pivoting off that, but this is like a side note. How y'all feel about black sellouts, man? Not the sellouts, but black sellouts, like people that be trying to sell out on the low key.
But what do you consider a sellout? We
Y'all
have
know
to
what a
we
sellout
have to
is.
establish a definition first.
You know
That's
what a
important.
sellout
That's
is.
just
important.
saying.
That's important. That's
All
important.
right, so I don't know if y'all have
We
seen
can just go off your definition. It don't
Okay.
even matter.
what I deem a sellout is somebody that it's not always about just blatantly doing something that people don't like or that ain't cool, but more so somebody that acts like some shit ain't cool, but you can tell they really don't give a fuck.
Is that a sellout?
I think so. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I was watching $1 million worth of game, and it's gonna actually tie to another topic I had about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark or whatever. So basically, you know, people was coming out because of what had happened with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. They played women's college basketball, and somebody just made like a crazy comment about her being too aggressive or this or that, even though they kind of, it's like an aggressive sport and they do stuff like that all the time.
But the other chick did the same thing.
Exactly.
She did the
It's
exact same
because she was
thing.
white.
Exactly.
Yeah, one girl was black, the
Yeah.
other girl was white. But it was something that I seen on $1 million worth of game when they tried to like have a outbreak moment because the owner of that, not the owner of their platform, but the owner of the sponsor they have made a statement about Angel Reese. And you know, they had sat down, Gilly and Wallow had sat down and kind of made like a video kind of saying we don't agree with him, but you know, he's still our guy. You know, kind of like, it really wasn't even Wallow, it was really Gilly. And I kind of like felt some type of way.
He's still our guy.
Because it's like, you
But-
didn't have to say it. You could have just told him what he said wasn't cool just
Right.
because he owns your platform.
Right.
While I get it, that's like your boss or whatever. You don't want to offend him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of interesting when I see somebody kind of sell out.
he was brown nosed.
So you mean being on some bullshit?
Like it was just like Gilly. He didn't say nothing, but it was like how he was looking when Wallow was talking, like saying we don't agree with this, we don't agree with that. But he was just sitting there looking like, yeah, but you know, you still our guy though. Like you can tell him in the back, he's not really saying that, and that's why Wallow kind of trying to cover for him. And I was just like, I don't like that. That's like, I feel like you sold out.
You feel like he should have
I feel
said
like he
fuck
don't
him?
really give a fuck. Kind of sort of like he.
And if he did give a fuck, you feel like he would have said fuck
It
him?
ain't in, you ain't even have to say fuck him. It's just like you ain't have to try to save him while saying what he did wasn't okay because what he did wasn't okay.
Right, I'm saying, so you would have just preferred him to say
Just nothing.
he did what he did wasn't okay and
Yeah.
leave it at that
Yeah. I'd have just been like,
if it was real.
yeah, or just not even. You shouldn't even came out with an apology, or just that. Like,
So he apologized.
kind of, sort of like,
Had-
On
He
his behalf.
apologized?
kind of, sort of
To the
like,
to the boss?
not like to the boss, but like I just felt like if you wasn't gonna stand on what you're saying about with your boss being wrong and kind of apologizing for the company in a sense, you should have just not said nothing at all.
I got you.
Right.
I feel that. But the sellout was kind of like that's kind of harsh.
You don't think that's a sellout move?
I get what you're saying for sure. It's lame as hell. It's lame as hell for sure.
You gotta know how to play the game.
I mean, depending on why he said that, why he took it back, I could see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it's more so about like his vibe with it too, though. It's like, you know,
He was
some
just,
people do that
he was
weird
just sitting
stuff.
there like, it just didn't seem like he really meant that. He was just like kind of looking off like when he was talking. You know how like you could tell when somebody really ain't trying to be there for real, kind of. So you know, you can read people's body language.
Yeah,
Like, so it's just like the body language just gave kind of. I don't really care.
Like on some that's his views type shit, or
Yeah, like his views is his views or whatever.
that's his views. You still our guy.
Like,
That's him.
I don't know. It's just, it was nuts.
him.
It was nuts, and I just thought that was insane.
He said, "Yeah, I don't resonate with that. Not at all."
He wasn't trying to end up like, yeah. He didn't want that platform.
Yeah, I was say, I think.
I mean, I understand that's your boss.
I think you see people in that industry do stuff to maintain relationships all the
I
time.
get that.
Yeah. You gotta play. You gotta know how to
I
play
think
the game.
people do that in their regular lives. I think that's something that's been normalized. Is it right morally? Probably not, if you ask me. But shit,
Fall back on your own character.
I be feeling like it's a time and place for that though. It's like, so I feel like, not to say that everything is pick and choose, but it's like sometimes it's okay to not necessarily fall into that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to know when to stand and when to just be like, all right, I ain't gonna get in that.
Right.
It be a time and it's a time and place thing. Because sometimes you do got to do that. But it's
Right.
like, I just felt like that wasn't really one of them times. Like,
Yeah, because it was
'cause
optional.
it wasn't even that deep for
He didn't have to make a video at
You
all.
didn't have to make a video at all. You could have just
I get that.
Let it be.
maintained y'all podcast
Yeah.
and made another video about a whole nother with a
Could have
with a
just
guest.
never talked
Could've
about
just never said
that.
nothing.
Could have ignored it type
Yeah.
shit.
So,
Why would y'all have looked at him if he knowing that?
I wouldn't care because at the end of the day, I understand the people that own these platforms that don't share the same.
If he didn't
complexion
say
as us,
nothing, it wouldn't
don't
be
care
no
what's up.
different than no other time these niggas don't say nothing.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made no difference.
We
I
might
probably
not
would've
even
been like-
known about this
Yeah,
shit.
I low key
know,
didn't know
man.
till I seen the video. That's what I'm saying. Like he just said, I didn't know about it till I seen the video. Like y'all down there put your foot in your mouth. You
Like
put your
in
foot your
some
mouth.
ways, you could dig your own grave like that. Man, I don't know.
And it's
feel
just
like
I don't. And it's
bullshit.
just like I actually like their platform, so it's like, all right, when I see something like that, I'd be like, I like platforms like that because I be feel like niggas be being honest and being themselves. So once I see you not really being honest and being yourself, it kind of changed my view of it.
Side eye.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I like their platform, so it was just kind of weird to me.
I'm gonna start looking at the.
I look at the
show a little
behind the scenes
differently.
shit because it's like when I understand that you gotta secure your career and your money for your family. I understand all that. Like as a man, what you gotta do, what you gotta do. But sometimes I just be feeling like, is that all that this shit boiled down to?
Of course not.
Sometimes, like,
yes,
Hell no.
I don't.
you are a rat in a maze.
I mean,
Rat race?
yeah, but
Yes.
I just feel like sometimes it's okay to be like, yeah, I ain't really standing with that, and it ain't really got to be no huge hoopla. It's just,
That's what I think he should have did.
Like I would have just been like, I just wouldn't have said nothing. I just would have been like,
nah, right.
I just wouldn't have said nothing. Because if you're not genuine about it, you keep it to yourself.
He could have just apologized for the company and then just moved on.
Or
That was
even
just-
that.
that would've been enough.
Maybe or even that, like we don't agree with their views and just left it like that.
Yeah, you feel me?
You don't
That'd
gotta
been
say
enough.
we don't agree with their views, but you still
You're
our
still
guy,
our
boss.
guy.
It's pressure, bro. We talk about everything
How
else.
you
They
even
know we
he
got to
gonna-
talk about
He
this.
might not even care about. He might not even care.
Because the whole culture was talking about them.
Yeah,
So, and they know they talk about everything the culture talk about.
true.
They expect them to be talked about. So it's like, damn,
Yeah.
how we address this, bro?
Better
Because
off-
our boss
better off
did some
speak on
wild
it.
shit.
I be feeling like people don't be caring as much as we be thinking they do. Because they'd be like, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about that. No, you really don't.
I'm not
you really
putting
don't.
my faith in celebrities.
Yeah.
That's not where my, like, you know what I'm saying, leadership or nothing come from. That's not where my thought leaders are. That's not where my information is coming from. Them niggas all did whatever they had to do to get where they had to go because that's a weird ass industry. Like,
They got some platforms. They had it for quite some time.
True.
like they been millionaires for how long and they made them? They having problems still.
Yeah.
Them niggas, I'm not putting no faith in them niggas. You feel me?
I get that.
Like zero, bro. Them niggas like. Anyways, high vibrational cast.
It is what it is.
It's just like, I don't know. Everybody just trying to put on for an image a lot of the time. And I think that's crazy.
That be everything.
Just like I
nowadays.
seen Instagram made $660 million in a day selling blue checks. Which is
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's
They
why
made
that image
over
important.
Blue
half,
checks to nobody's,
almost half
like,
$1 billion. Well, over.
So the blue
Half a
check is
billion.
what verifies
Yeah,
it.
you're
This is
verified.
someone's-
Mhm.
They made $660 million
Off. It's a status move. It's a status symbol.
off the look sweet, and you not even sweet for real.
It's a status symbol though.
It's gonna come with a lot more. Well,
Is it?
they're not getting paid for
They
it.
not getting.
Okay.
And it's like I don't care, but it's just like interesting to see they did that and made all that money. Like, they said over 440,000 people bought one, and it equaled out to like $660 million.
You said 400. How many people?
440,000,
440.
or it might have been like
44.
million. It might have even been million people because I did the math on my calculator. That's how I got the answer. I'm like, that is crazy.
That many people don't even print their credit report, man.
And that's just this
That
month.
right
You got to
there.
think. They did
That.
You got to think about that.
Yo,
They did that
so
that 1 week. That has to be paid annually. How much money? They gonna make more than that next month and the month after that.
you niggas,
Just to maintain the blue checks, you have to pay for it.
you
every month.
niggas,
This social media stuff crazy.
Hey man, imaging.
you niggas.
Sellouts, man.
Hey,
I keep telling you.
Nah, that's
a
the real
better
sellout
example,
stuff.
You niggas is selling the culture, dog. I told y'all about this.
Need to get it together.
I told y'all about the whoring out the culture like this, man. But speaking of credit, why don't you tell the people what your profession is and why you're here today?
Well, I'm here to
Kick it and stuff.
just kick it with my peoples and just give some useful information if anyone is interested in purchasing a home. You know, what the things that we look for, things that could hinder you from purchasing, things like that. You know, just things people don't know. You know, I
Okay.
encounter things every other day, and I'm like, wow, how don't we know this? Why don't they know this?
Because people don't pay attention or don't care a lot of the time.
or a lot of times,
Or they don't be in that position to even do it.
you don't know what you don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm here for, because a lot of people out here that don't know.
Facts.
They don't know where to find that education.
So, like you were saying, what's let's start with just some general shit. What's like what's maybe like one of the wildest things you ever seen while someone's been trying to purchase a home?
Oh gosh. So I had one the other day, and I think this one actually got denied, where a buyer was purchasing a house. The seller was using a power of attorney. The power of attorney was the co-client and had the same exact last name as the client. And so I'm looking at this, I'm like,
So they was married?
no, it's two women.
Oh,
Two women.
sister.
And so remember, the co-client is acting on behalf of the seller.
Right.
They're their power of attorney.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is a straight conflict of interest.
Right.
You can't act on behalf of the seller and act as a co-client too.
Right.
Why not?
I just heard that.
It's a conflict of
Conflict
interest.
of interest.
How so?
The seller is selling the home.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sell to yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great conflict
It
of
don't work like
interest.
that.
And so I'm like, is this,
I had to have you break that down for the people in the back.
how?
I said I had to have you break that down for the
okay.
people in the back.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I'm like, this is not going to work. Called the mortgage banker, and he was like, well, it's a different scenario, but we should be okay.
Mm.
It's over with.
I have one for you.
Sure.
So are you the loan officer or the underwriter?
I'm the processor, so
Process.
I move you to closing. The
Okay.
banker is responsible for pulling in documents, going over rates, setting you up with a program that works best for you. They submit that paperwork to underwriting, and once underwriting approves, it comes to me. And I get you from that stage where it's conditionally approved. I let you guys know what's needed, get me what I need so I can get you to the table. So, yeah.
That's what I was interested in. Some of the programs as far as like the closing costs and the down payments.
So it varies with, what each program. FHA, minimum 3.5% down. We have some conventional products, what is it? It's called the.
You talking about like conventional loans?
So yeah, we have a conventional loan. It's but there's a product where it actually allows for 3%. So FHA is 3.5%. So it's actually a little bit lower.
Oh.
It's a first time home buyers program. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but
Okay.
they got some pretty cool things.
What's the what's like the average like credit score or the ideal credit score you want going into that process?
It depends on, number one, how much money you got.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to do conventional, you want to have a higher credit score. I would say 680 and up. 680 and up. FHA, I've seen most recently something as low as like I think I'd like a 600. Years ago, we used to do credit scores as low as like 520, but that changed.
Oh, that would have been clutch. Come on.
All these niggas would have had houses.
Come on now.
But that's one of the reasons why everything fell apart, years
After
ago.
the housing crash.
Because of those.
Because they were so low?
Well, low FICO scores. You have to make sure you have the ability to pay the money back.
Yeah.
And if your score is that low, something has affected the credit. So.
But what if you just, because your shit do rise too when you first start building with it, or maybe they don't have enough credit? Would y'all even consider?
Is it about the credit score period, or is it about the credit history with?
Yeah, that's all.
It's both.
Oh, so
Okay,
it is.
It's both. Okay. Yeah. So if anybody's interested in purchasing a home, get your credit straight first, and that's not just the making sure all of your debts are paid on time. You have to have a couple of lines of credit.
Like trade lines or
trade lines.
Good mix of credit.
So back in the day, they didn't.
So it's like a credit portfolio type situation.
Yeah, they didn't do there was a way we had back in the day. We had non-conforming lenders where they would do non-traditional types of credit. Where if you didn't have traditional like car, credit cards, auto loans, things of that nature, they could try to put something together with like your phone bill.
Oh damn! Some easy
utilities, insurance. I don't too much see that now anymore. I don't see that anymore. So you need to be able to establish credit, make sure that it's paid on time. For those who have children, please pay your child support. You cannot purchase a home if you have outstanding child support.
That's important.
Let me say,
At all?
yeah. If it has to be paid. We want to be
That's
the first.
super important.
Yeah, we want to hold first lien position. So
anybody got to take my house?
exactly. So
Hey, if you you owe somebody else?
no
Okay,
IRS.
Okay,
Oh, that's
Judgments.
crazy.
No child support. Yeah. So
Sound.
y'all men and
You gotta
women.
pay the IRS back.
Yes.
They need their pay.
Yes.
Hey, I've been telling people don't play around the IRS. Get on the payment
Yeah.
plan.
Yep.
They'll work with you.
They'll work with you, but we have to make sure that you qualify with those payments as well.
Mhm.
So on top of all the stuff that you have to pay on a monthly basis, if you have,
If you got other payments still, we gonna consider
we're
that
gonna
too.
put that on top of it to make sure that you can still afford to make this mortgage payment.
Hell no, I can't make that mortgage now.
They calculate all your debts inside.
Yep, called DTI, debts income ratio.
Yeah.
Very, very important. Yes.
Okay.
That's the
Mess around and get you, man.
That's the
Yeah.
Quickly.
And you guys were mentioning cash earlier. Cash is a no-no. Mortgages.
You got to have it in bank account.
You have it in the bank. And we don't want to see your stuff under your mattress, in your safe, in your shoebox. We
Why?
cannot source
my
it.
money ain't good.
We don't know where it came from.
Yeah, facts. They got to know it's going to come again.
My money ain't good or something.
No, it's not. If it cannot be sourced, it cannot be used.
That's crazy.
That's so
So
sad.
That is crazy.
is a credible source for cash?
None. None.
Is it?
None.
Is one like? Could you get a personal lender and then do that?
Hard money
Could a
lender.
personal lender lend you $50,000 to buy a house and you go buy a house?
So that's a loan. It's a loan.
So you can't do that though? That'll work.
You have to qualify.
You still gotta qualify.
How you gotta
I
qualify?
mean, with the
Because
personal lender, but I'm saying
there's
under the case that he do.
So
allow that to happen.
We don't want to see you going to take out a loan to get a loan.
Oh, okay.
They like no double dipping.
Right.
That's what I'm
No.
saying. Like, can you do that? No, you can't do it. Can't even jug it.
No. So save your money. Keep your money in the bank.
Ain't no way around that.
Right, the bank's about the fellas. My little cheese that I got saved up, it might go down.
I
Right?
do wonder how all these changes are about to affect like that type of shit though. Like if we dealing away from that anyway, y'all already deal with it digitally anyway. Like I wonder how like the transition gonna be anyway. Like
Cold turkey.
You know,
Give me that dollar.
You know, a lot of the time when they really want to usher something in and it need to get done, they just push it on everybody and say, this is what we doing.
This is it.
yeah, type shit. Like all that's gonna change for like your position probably is like the process of which you do things, not necessarily
Not even that. Like right now, we're still dealing very much in cash.
right,
Yeah, and things that we can
like
source.
USD.
Yeah, you can get money from your 401k, mutual funds. You know, we need to see those being liquidated. But aside from that, nothing. I mean, nothing has changed.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh. What happens? What happens when a nigga can buy a house with crypto? Here.
We have not had that situation yet.
I foresee that, though. I foresee that coming. I foresee that.
I had
Buy land with the crypto dollars.
I had.
Because your company might not even be accepting crypto yet.
So I don't think we are. We had a client that said that he had some type of crypto account, and I think.
But it was like some crazy amount of money or
I don't think we allowed it. I think the loan ended up getting suspended, and you know, they always refer to the guidelines. I don't know. I don't even really know what happened. I don't think they allowed it though.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So when the foreclosure process, when it come down to them foreclosing houses, you know somebody over in that department that handle that?
No, sir. No, sir. I only work in active loans that are being purchased. So I don't work with, I don't deal with the houses per se. It's just I am the financing for getting you the money so you can buy the house. So whatever underwriting says we need, hey, Mr. Client, I need your asset statements. I need proof that you've paid this account off. I need the bank statement showing the funds used to pay these accounts off. You know, stuff like that.
Asset statements, bank account statements.
That sound like an audit.
Like,
Dang.
what are just some,
What it is.
if you can think of any just off the top, what are some of these documents that people have never heard of that you wouldn't like know until you start going into the process? You could just name off a few.
It's things that you all have heard of. We'll just say asset documentation. It could be your 401k statement. It could be your bank statement. It could be your an insurance statement if you're liquidating or taking some of the money from there. It's all things that you've heard of. It's just when you see it, you're like, you want my asset statements. But we'll list from Fidelity or, you know, your John Hancock, or, you know, things like that. We'll tell you specifically what it is that we're looking for. It's just initially when you see it, you're like, well, why do you want that?
Yeah, because a lot of people like see like words on on paper or whatever.
Yeah.
And they be like, what the fuck is that? And like it just appears to them different on paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They figure this is such a serious situation.
But unfortunately, a lot of people don't take it very seriously. My thing is, if you are trying to buy a house, I know life happens. You know, you still have to live. You have kids. You got to do this. You got to do that. But if you sat down and you said, I want to take the responsibility to purchase a home, you need to make sure that you are ready to do so. If we ask for something, there's a reason that we're asking for it. You know, I get pushback. Well, I don't think you need to see this. In my head, I'm sir, ma'am. It's not about what you think.
It don't matter what you think.
You want me to help you get this house? Get me what I need. But, you know, I'll go through the whys. But it's just, you know, it can be really frustrating. You know, sir, you have a 600 credit score. And, you know, you don't feel like you should provide me with your bank statements.
You're going to have to show me some.
I got a question.
I got to answer.
Can you talk about first-time homeowners and student loans?
In what aspect?
Shit, whatever you got. Good, bad. It's not a good idea. Get them loans down first. What's up
loans, with that? So when it comes to student loans,
if you're a first time homeowner person,
Do it help
home
with the
buyer.
mix of credit? Student loans?
I'm not going to say it helps, especially if they're not in deferment. So if they're in deferment, we have to find out what the payment is going to look like, because you're getting this loan now. Student loan is deferred for 12 months or whatever, 24 months. In those 24 months, you still gonna have this house. So we need to make sure that you still can qualify with whatever that payment is. Yeah. So you'll have to go to whomever you got those funds from and request a letter confirming what that dollar amount is you're gonna have to be responsible for paying. Mm-hmm. If they're not in deferment, we're gonna qualify you with whatever that amount is. So you got one over here for $150. You have one over here for $200. Mm-hmm. You have one over here for $75. You just have to make sure you qualify.
Right. So that's now all calculated in debt.
Yep, everything.
So that's accounted for.
Everything.
So would that have like a severe effect on your like first time home buyer privileges?
It could reduce the amount that you're actually able to purchase for, qualify for. Yeah. But that's that could be an issue across the board, not even necessarily a first time home buyer. Right. And that's just what it is. It's just a first time home buyer, which means you've never purchased a home, but there are all types of situations that could happen even if you already purchased a home.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What type of financial help options are there for people who have purchased before and looking to purchase a new home?
I was going to ask you something like that.
You said what type of financial options are available?
Like loans and stuff, or grants or whatever people offer.
Grants, I haven't seen. It's not to say that we don't do them, but with grants, it's a lot
trickier.
It's a little trickier because you have to make sure that, number one, we will back whatever grant you're getting. I would say, honestly, in the last, I would say 5-6 years, I haven't had any loans that had any grants.
I'm being stingy right now.
It's just, I don't have a lot of clients that, utilize that type of financing. That's not just something that I personally, I haven't encountered recently.
Right.
There are, grants out there. There are a lot of opportunities available, especially for, people purchasing in Detroit now.
Mm-hmm. And what they call them, what type of zones?
See,
what they call poverty zones.
I wouldn't say poverty. It's not poverty.
What they call them? They basically call them poverty zones.
That's not the
basically
technical
red
name.
Zones or like stuff like that.
It's certain it's certain special zones y'all can.
Certain areas.
Yeah, y'all can get privileges of buying homes in.
Yeah. In Detroit.
Like, don't they got? Okay, do they have construction zones? Like where they are building new houses and they want you to move in there?
I haven't seen those. It's not to say that we don't have them. I just haven't seen them.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as the first-time home buyer's loan, isn't that something like you could re-qualify for that after a certain amount of time?
Yeah, you actually can.
Yeah.
In terms of the time frame, I think it may have to be
a year.
No, it has to be longer than that.
I think it's like 3.
I want to say upwards of 5 years.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not bad though. Wait 5 years, pay your debt down a little bit if you still got some, then re-qualify.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah.
I would
fix and flip.
I would think like since you didn't qualify for the first time.
That's house hacking shit though.
It's like why you can't re-qualify. Like let's say you get everything fixed within a year. Why do you gotta wait? Yeah, like why would you have to wait that long anyways though?
So because you still have that
open loan.
Home. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you still have that home. I mean, who do you know that can, buy a house and then have it paid off in full in 5 years?
True.
Somebody that had like 30% saved up going into it.
Put 10% down,
No, they threw a chunk at it.
And so when you have situations like that, you want to if you have money, you want to put that towards principal. only.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's
absolutely.
And you gotta
Principal
say that,
only.
don't you?
You have to specify.
Yeah.
'Cause if you don't,
People don't know that.
So
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
different, like with
Word.
the car loans and the house loans? Like with the house loans, I was told you can't distinguish the difference between the payments because it's automatically gonna go interest and then principal. With the
Yeah,
house loans, you can like directly tell them.
you can specifically state this is to go towards principal only.
That's tough.
Mm.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Come on now.
All right, so while we
Okay.
talking about houses and all that, I did have a topic that kind of tie in.
Mm-hmm.
You can get mom out the hot seat. You can breathe, relax. So like times we have bad feelings and shit, maybe in buying houses or house shopping or some shit like that. And I know some scientific stuff about bad feelings in the stomach and gut feelings and all of that, right? You know, gut feelings is where you get those bad feelings at sometimes. And they're signaling, you know, what do those, I wanted to know, what do those mean for y'all, or what's like y'all number one way of knowing, like, okay, there's some shit I should not be, you know what I'm saying?
Shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, type shit.
Not
Like
be
what
around, like-
what's that bad feeling for y'all? What's the number one way that signal come through for y'all to let y'all know, like
triggers? Is that what you asking? Like
no,
what?
like
Symptoms
bad,
of
like
the
something that
triggers.
get you like a, you know,
Like,
what's y'all?
like what's the bad feeling you feel when you know something ain't right? Kind of, sort of,
A gut
Kind of like bubble guts.
kind
yeah,
of
like,
kind of like that.
Yeah, so it's a gut feeling for everybody,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
More so like a sinking feeling for real.
Yeah.
Like a
You in trouble.
Yeah. Like my heart just dropped.
Like, what the hell?
Already knowing.
yeah.
Let's see. I mean, when I have those feelings, what do I usually do? I kind of just isolate. Like that's my tactic of dealing with stuff. Like when I feel myself getting to that point, I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to distance myself just a little bit. Take a little second to myself to get my thoughts together and everything, and really figure out, okay, what's going on? Like, why am I feeling like this? Trying to understand what it really is.
Mhm.
But that's how I understand, like, yeah, it's getting to that point, so let me go handle this real quick.
So you like isolate and what is it? Analyze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put much.
Okay, that's what's
Man,
I know
be
it ain't
tripping.
the healthiest, but it's better than me actually like acting on things and then regretting it later.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's not do that.
Shit.
See, I've been trying not to choose violence. I try not to choose violence,
This-
but the way life going at the moment, yeah, that's what it's looking like. But you know,
Depending on how hostile the situation is, I gotta analyze it right then and there.
Yeah.
see,
I think. I'm a thinker. I think about it. Okay, this is what happened first. This is what happened next. I try to make sense out of everything.
Right then and there, so I won't go stressing myself out later on about the woulda, coulda, shouldas.
Y'all
I
some
wanna be
high
that person.
intensity people. Y'all can deal with stuff, huh?
Certain times.
it depends on
kinda,
what it is for real.
I kind of just shit. How do I deal with that gut
So you
feeling when
just
I
feel
get
it.
it? I kind of just
Go through it.
feel it and go about my
Chill.
way. I just go with it, man.
I wish I was
just
there.
Go with it.
I wish
Like,
I was
oh
there.
shit!
I'm
Look
not
at
there.
that.
I mean, but that's what you're supposed to do, honestly. Like, you're not supposed to, like, just push your problems to the side or just act like it's not affecting you. You really have to sit there and feel it through so you can actually get over it because you're still
I
going
feel
to have
like
those feelings.
That's
Later
the
on.
only way to analyze that shit for
Yeah.
real.
Depression
Like,
leads to depression.
it's right here. Like, let me. It's all in my gut. Let me just see what's up with it.
Exactly.
Like,
Let me talk to you real quick.
I ain't gonna lie. Like when I usually get that feeling, I sit there and analyze it, and eventually I'm gonna get irritated. Cause I'm gonna overthink it regardless. So I'm gonna think about it later, no matter what I want to do.
Exactly.
So it don't even matter. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna keep thinking on it until I get irritated. And when I get irritated,
God damn it.
I'm just gonna stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go like kind of probably isolate, and then I'm
And then I'ma come back.
I'm gonna think about it some more while I'm isolated.
So if you was in a relationship, that's how you would deal with that woman. See, I'm about to isolate right quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best option.
Well, sometimes
Hell
that's
no, that ain't
sometimes-
right. She ready to
It might
talk
not
now.
be the best option, but I've learned that I usually how I handle stuff is I just try to kind of be like, let's talk about it. And I've noticed that don't always work with
They
everyone.
don't.
So it's
Yeah.
like sometimes you just gotta separate yourself and then think about it and
You
think
just
about
need to cool
the
off
best
for a
option.
second.
Yeah.
You should need to cool off for a
Yeah,
second.
because sometimes it's like somebody could tell you something that could piss you off, and you might not want to hear that shit. Like you might just be like, "All right, I really don't give a fuck what you talking about." So
Mm-hmm.
instead of saying that, you should sometimes you just gotta think about it. Be like, all right, let me just remove myself, isolate,
Facts.
think about it again, and try to figure out how I'm about to handle this problem before I get to tripping, and then come back.
I definitely understand needing a moment.
Sometimes you need a moment. Clap for that.
God damn it for a moment. Give it up for a moment.
Clap.
Sometimes you gotta let people have their moment too when they want to wild out.
That's cool.
Sound like when they want to wild out on you.
I'm a firm believer of you have to let that energy live somewhere. And I'm not saying like just like full out disrespect or nothing, but
Ain't gotta beat you up.
if they passionate about what they say, if their voice go up 3 octaves, let that happen. Like
So-
it's no big deal.
See, shit like that bother me though.
No, seriously. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling at me?
Because like I ain't know
Because they passionate about
I
it,
get
and
it.
that's how
I
I
their
mean, yeah,
energy
that's
coming out.
understandable,
I
but
ain't
you
nobody.
coming to me aggressive is not going to make me actually want to talk to you.
Exactly.
I'm going to
Anytime-
ignore you.
Anytime, like for example, anytime a big man yelled at me, it didn't really make me want to listen. It just made me more mad.
if you-
Like you don't get out my face.
I
Like,
flip
it's-
this whole table.
It's like I do hear what you're saying, but it's like the fact of how you're communicating.
Yes,
to me
it's the delivery.
bothers me.
It's the
I
delivery.
get that, but see, you
And I
might be a
understand.
person that takes a moment.
Yeah.
They might be an Aries.
And that's the problem.
Exactly.
That's on you.
Nothing to do with me.
That's on you.
What do you think, Sanaa? We haven't heard from you yet.
Yeah. How you feel about that?
Miss Chunkums? Oh, y'all done said everything, so.
How
Okay,
she
said
we
she
said how we
did.
felt.
How
How
did
you
you-
feel.
No, I agree with you
But
guys.
still, say how
Say
you
how
handle
you,
stuff.
right.
She,
I
she just don't.
I
say
think
that.
she'd
She
do
don't
the
say
same
that.
thing.
Yeah, I
for real.
do.
Like, so I don't really be having no problems. She really don't.
See, so now you
She
the
gotta
master
work.
life.
So before we get out of here, y'all are of the youth. I'm not. So I want to ask everyone who is into the social sphere.
Yeah.
I have a theory that that we're being harvested as a love-stricken culture, and I'm seeing like strainage between like men and women, but not like on a relationship vibe, but like on like a friendship vibe. Like,
Yeah. Absolutely.
is it difficult to be friends with the opposite sex today? Like,
Absolutely.
I seen like this one of those YouTube people making a video, and I guess the concept was to prove that women think food equals I like you.
Really?
Yeah, like if I'm buying you food, you gonna think I like you.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
That's what-
some women
girls-
do think that.
Yeah.
They
Girls
do.
think a lot of stuff.
So
Like, oh my God, he
I
just
wanted to
bought
get
me
y'all
food.
opinion on
but
that.
that was girl. You use the key word girls.
But
Oh Lord.
a lot of these women,
Yes, Lord.
it ain't really.
Don't get me started.
Hey, no, that's the next
What you-
key
A
word.
lot of these women that think they women are girls. And
Facts.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's a
You know,
At the end
process.
of the day, it's,
You're not used to eating? You don't eat?
women will think a lot of the things you do means that you like them. So it's like I feel like men have finally gotten to a point where it's like a lot of things we don't do just because we don't want nobody to feel like that's what this is all the time.
I found myself subconsciously doing that as well, which is why I brought it to the table.
I don't even like holding the door for women like that.
Oh,
for real.
wow.
Because They
Oh, my
act
God.
weird about it.
No.
They
I
do.
still do it, but it's like they act
Do
weird
they?
about it.
Really?
Yeah, I peep. They definitely
They
act weird
weird
about it.
about that shit, bro.
But I don't stop.
Yeah, like it's like I pick and choose when I want to do it. Like I'm
I
a
give you
look.
that.
I give you
I'm
that.
gonna pick and choose when I want to do it, but I don't like holding the door. I don't even like giving out hugs for real.
So if-
I don't even like giving out.
I was
hugs.
just saying that the other day. I don't touch people, bro.
I won't
Don't
touch
touch
like,
me.
a girl. I can like her as much as I want. I won't touch her unless I know for a fact she want me to touch her or she say it.
Because people
It's
are so
just
quick
so
to say
everything just so kind of weird now.
He handled me or he
Yeah, it
touched
just
me
be like-
inappropriately. Or,
I just don't like touching people. I just don't touch nobody.
So is this like making it hard to be friends with like the opposite?
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't
So you're not having a problem in the friends department?
think so.
People love you?
Of course.
Nah,
Is that what you think, or is that
That's
is
what I
that,
know.
is that what you think,
is
or is that
crazy?
what you know?
That's what I know.
Why do you know that?
I don't be having problems with people because I don't put myself in situations where I can tell if you're a good person or not just by me like being around you, like not even on like no other type of on that type of timing in the first place. But just the type of energy, you just got to know how to read people for real, like, and not automatically.
Everybody can't read people.
Jump into. Well, I ain't even gonna say jump into something.
What's your read people time? Mine like 5 seconds. What's yours?
Okay, I'm gonna probably say it like a minute.
Ooh, mine
60
slow.
seconds.
Probably a
Mine's
minute.
slow as hell. It take me a while.
Mine
No,
slow.
seriously.
I mean, we got y'all's before on the pod, but just, again.
I've been done read you, bro, and then was like, you know what? It's not enough dating.
I
gotta keep going.
He's I'm take a couple weeks.
I'm one of them people that I've become one of them like types of people that I'd be like, yeah, this is our first time hanging out. This is probably gonna be our last.
It
time
is.
hanging out. I can tell.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you need-
It's not
It takes an experience
but
for
it
you.
just takes me to experience you one time for real. And I'd be like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen.
Okay. What about you, God?
Well, I'm not necessarily, I think that,
You
Pretty
read
much
people all the time. You meet people all the time.
but I think that all men pretty much want something. So, you
Most
can
women
say
think that.
You jaded?
I'm very jaded. Yeah.
Oh,
You said,
My
what
thing-
you saying?
My thing is,
Of course.
I'm the type of person you can tell me what it is, and then I'll
But
make a
everybody
decision.
don't. react
Everybody,
to the same,
you're
that's
right.
the right way,
So
though.
that's
why men don't.
That's
do
why
that.
I'm jaded, because you come to
But that's
me.
because of your female counterparts.
You
It ain't
did
always
not
about you.
raise us like that.
Look, I'm trying to tell you.
And
what
men
it
do
is.
always want something. I won't deny that.
You
but
know,
it's, like,
there's
it's
an
not always a bad
ulterior
thing.
motive.
I think women want something too, though.
Well, that's a true statement.
So
So
why is that
y'all's
got you?
generation is just
What?
Tell them.
It's
Look
different
at the camera. And tell them.
Hold on. Let them know.
We need
for
to
real.
do
Hold
better.
It's our
on.
version of medieval
do better.
times.
I feel bad for you guys. Like seriously, I
It's a
don't
hurricane out here, they
think
say.
that people are really genuine
They not.
in doing anything like getting to know you. Trying to help build together. And,
they don't do that
they
no
just
more.
want you to be here. This is what I need. Get me this. I don't want to do this. They don't want to bring nothing to the table. Like, what do you bring other than a wet ass?
We just had, another guy that's on the podcast, and we were discussing what Brother Rob had said 2 podcasts ago about how women say they are the table, the building, the concrete,
Everything.
the foundation.
The sky, the moon.
So you just brought up that same table.
Now, I will say this. We are the prize. I know you have your feelings about that. I know you do.
I'm the prize.
No. We are the prize.
I'm the prize.
However, like if you want to be somebody's wife, how are you going to maintain a relationship when you don't know how to, number one, give, you don't know how to listen, you don't know how to share.
Shit.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that shit.
And
I ain't
you're
think
not
about that.
interested in building. You just want something handed to you. It just
Cue the fire.
makes.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I guess I'm from that time where, you look for that genuineness. I'm a ride or die. That to my, glory and to my detriment. I'm a ride or die.
Big
don't
Leo
see that.
energy. Big Leo energy.
Yeah, I just, I don't see that nowadays.
It's
I
rare.
It's rare.
It's
It's very rare. Gotta go through a lot of fishes out in this pond.
Man, that's an even dangerous game.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't want to swim no more.
swimming in lava.
You're tired of swimming, man.
Trying to tell you.
Listen,
Harsh
man.
out here.
Listen, man. It's been great having y'all. Thank y'all for coming.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
yes,
Thanks for
thank you
having
for sure.
us.
This has been a good chat with y'all.
Put the stamp on the pod. Appreciate it.
We should do this again soon.
For sure.
Happy you enjoyed it.
I did.
It's been a Regalia podcast. We out. What's that?